Hello everyone, this update is on a slightly different angle. The petition period is drawing to a close. By the end of this month or early next month, I shall be closing this petition because the material from here will have by then probably reached Ottawa and delivered to the Minister of Health to respond to this request, which is to release the safety data of glyphosate to the people of Canada. Without that, releasing this product, in my view, is illegal. So all this material was collected and this petition was made by me, not just to pass the request to Ottawa, of course. I hope they will listen to it. But mainly, it's an effort to inspire more Canadians like me, ordinary Canadians, to rise up and start applying pressure on our government so that they start addressing our issues, our problems, and not just what the corporations want. So this effort is an inspirational one in the sense I'm hoping that it will inspire more and more people. That's the only way I think we can win this battle. I have not asked people for a donation because I don't think it works. I mean, I know every organization says donate, 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 donate. As soon as you go to their site, it said donate $5, $10, $50, whatever you can afford every month or at least one time, and blah, blah, blah. Everybody is asking for money, you know. And even politicians, I get lots of letters from various leaders of different political parties and then social activism gurus and heads of this or that organization, and all alarming us that this is happening, that is happening, we are facing a disaster, and next thing, donate. I mean, as if we have nothing else to do but give our money, as if we have millions of dollars to give away for other people to solve our problems. I'm convinced this doesn't work. First of all, if money was what was needed to fight this battle, then we have already lost it because the other side has a great deal more money than we have. Whatever we use that money for can be multiplied, and the other side can outspend us 10 times more without blinking. So we have to find an avenue which trumps money, which doesn't need money, which bypasses money, and something that money cannot buy. I have not found any meaningful answer to this problem except that people have numbers, corporations do not have a vote, and politics is about governance, and government is supposed to work for the people. They sometimes forget it, but it is the duty of the people to remind them. And how do we remind them? The best way, I think, is at least I think, is for more and more people to directly approach the government, tell the government their feelings, tell the government what they want and how they are unhappy on some of the issues. Let the government see their faces. Let the government start worrying whether they can win the next election if they do not satisfy the people. This is the only language that is supposed to work in a democracy. And that is why this effort was to get more people to start showing their face to the government and say, I am not happy, please do this. I am not requesting you, I am demanding you do it, otherwise I'm going to be active in trying to see that you do not stay in your seat in the next election. That is the main reason behind this petition. I don't know that it is the best way, but at least I can try. And in that process, I created this book with all the details of this petition. It has got 22,000 supports, so a lot of people have supported it. Plus, a lot of updates have gone into it, words from scientists, from activists, ranting from me, and so on. So instead of just let it all disappear once the petition is closed, I created an electronic book, an interactive electronic book with all the video, audio, and text into one compilation and put it up at the minimum price that both Kindle and Apple will accept, which turned out to be $2.99. They won't accept a price less than that. Apple will accept, but Amazon will not. And so therefore, if you want the same book to be on both platforms, it looks kind of weird to have two different prices for the same thing. So $2.99 is the minimum price in US dollars. and that's what it was set for. And all the material that I have collected is an enormous amount of work to put together all the video and audio, convert them to iBook format, and get Apple to accept it, and all these rules and regulations to support. Anyway, so that has been done, and the book is now up. Forget this part of it. This part of it is another book that I'm trying to put up of essays that is not directly related to this petition or this issue. So if you look for this book in iBook, in your iBook software, it shows up here, and it says $299. Actually, it's $299 US. If you're sitting in Canada, Apple has automatically fixes this price as $399. You can you can click and get a sample and then read through it. Or if you open iTunes, go to the stores, iTunes stores, and then type glyphosate and see what happens. Well, 3 books come up. One with a picture of a binocular for $5.99 or $6. One is my book for $2.99, and one called Glyphosate Resistance in Crops and Weeds, fancy name, for $120. Now, these are the 3 books, and if you click on the first one, you get an evaluation of potential of glyphosate herbicide for woodland caribou habitat management, whatever it means. And then it has got it says it was put up quite a long time ago, 1st January 2004. It is 9 pages long, 330 kilobytes, very small file, and it's $6, $5.99. Okay. If you go to the other side of the bracket, this one, well, it's $120. It's 344 pages, is 4.8 megabytes. It was put up in 2010, December. And if you get the sample, I did get the sample, and I found out that it's out and out pro-GMO, pro-glyphosate, and it has got some opinions which in my mind is blatant lies, according to me, or completely wrong. And it says that numerous comprehensive toxicological studies in animals conducted over many years clearly demonstrate that there are no significant hazard associated with glyphosate exposure. This, is laughable according to me. Absolutely, absolutely laughable. Anyway, this is designed for corporations who want to push this technology, for agro-industry and others who want to give this kind of voodoo science to the people, and they can afford $120 for that. I'm happy to note that it is so costly, $120, that most ordinary people have to spend an arm and a leg to get hold of this rubbish, and thankfully most normal people cannot afford to spend an arm and a leg for rubbish. And now the third one in the middle is my book. If you click the description, you can read the description, and if you go down, you can see it is 175 pages. It is published first on March 31st of this year and updated kind of yesterday, and it is 526 megabytes. It's really a massive file. But it should sit comfortably in a tablet or an iPad or an iPhone or a smartphone. And why so large? That's because everybody's comments, everybody's videos are there, and their audios are there, and my own stuff is there, and it is good for, I'm not suggesting you people buy it. Those who sign the petition and so on, they leave it at that. But those who want a copy of it as a reference, if somebody, you can download it in your iPad and go around. You don't have to be online to read it, and you can just press your finger on one of the videos or the audios and start playing. So those who want it as a reference and want to show someone or let someone hear part of it or read an article or something, for them it may be a good reference book. And those who don't use a smartphone or a tablet but want to keep it on their computer and play it from there, they can do that too. I think it is the only one from the point of view of a citizen activist. The rest of them are science-based, and is basically, kind of sophisticated voodoo to confuse the heck out of you, to make you believe that glyphosate is the next best thing to snowflakes. It comes from the sky like a divine blessing from the gods, but it is not. And so those who are like you and me, who do not want to argue with scientists about it. They want to force their government to stop this bloody bullshit, this nonsense, and releasing this stuff without releasing the safety data is itself illegal. No matter how good the science is, you cannot suppress safety data from the people and release the item to the people. This is the basics of law. So, which is why my petition is there asking the government to release the safety data. I'm sure they will not release it, because once they release it, so much of havoc will come out, because the safety data is full of crap. It is blatant that this should not have been approved. For any independent scientist can easily find out that when this chemical was tested on animals started getting sick. I mean, it's the basics of it, And so anyway, I've been toying with the idea of changing the name of the book from Glyphosate Petition to An Activist's Guide to Glyphosate Resistance, or RoundUp Resistance. How do you think about that? And about the book update, it is now version 1.4. That means I've updated this book 4 times already. It will be updated a few times more by the time it is closed. But in case anybody buys a version today, you automatically get a notice that there is an update available. And if you want, you can just click. It's free of charge, and then your iPad will refresh itself with the more updated version. So this is my little rant of the day, and also done for people who have sent me emails that live in very remote places, not in towns and all that. They don't get together easily. They don't easily find 10 or 20 people like-minded to exchange information with on these issues. And internet is their only lifeline, but they don't have access to the kind of information that I'm putting together here, not just from the scientists, but about activism, how to pressurize the government and this and that. So they really like, they said that what I put up, and they eagerly wait for it. So some of them, if they want to save this this document, or some of them, if they want to explore ways how they can participate themselves, let their faces also be seen. No matter how remote you are, the government needs to know that you are unhappy, you're angry, you're pissed off. So this book hopefully is for them, and all others who want to be part of this people's movement to clean up our environment, our food, and stop the corporations from devastating our neighborhood. So that's my 13-minute rant of the day, and take care and cheers.